So to recap what we had started, we had the graph. We labeled what the numbers in front are going to do to that graph. The negative is going to reflect it vertically, and the 1/4 is going to squish it or compress it vertically. Algebraically, what's happening is our y values are getting multiplied by -1/4. So I was just starting to show what is some of the work that we could do in a question like this algebraically. And what you can do is you can take a point, say what's going to happen to that point. The only thing that's going to happen is your y values get multiplied by -1/4. And in this case, since we had 0, 0 times by -1/4 would stay. That point doesn't change. However, if I chose another point, okay, and in this one, I'm going to choose the computer's fast today. I'm going to choose 4, 4. Can you see I could have chosen 1, 1 or 2, 2 or 3, 3 or 4, 4. The reason I chose 4, 4 because I was already anticipating this. If I multiply my y values by -1/4, that's like dividing by 4. I tried to pick a number that would divide nicely by 4. So 4 worked out well. I'm going to still multiply my y coordinates by -1/4. That means my x coordinate's not going to change. And my point becomes 4, -1. Similarly, if I chose a point on this side, I could even choose this one. That would be another nice point to choose. -8 and 8. The x will still stay -8, but the y will become -2. I like to point out in this example that I'm going to make a mistake, okay? Don't copy this next part down. And tell me what mistake I'm going to do. I'm going to plot these 3 points, okay? I need 0, 0. That's easy, 0, 0. I need 4, -1, so 4, -1. And I need -8, which is right here, and -2 there. What did I do wrong? Yeah, this is, I kind of bugs me when textbooks do this. You're so used to these representing 1. Do you see the scale? I wanted to go down 1, so I just went one thing down. But in reality, that was going down 2. So I'll just erase those dots. You can do it correctly. Going down 1 would be here. Going down 2 would be there. And there's my final graph. Does it make sense that that graph has been flipped vertically? That looks like it's been flipped vertically. Does it make sense that it's been compressed? It's not, it becomes wider when you compress it in this situation. I'm going to add a part B to this. What is the explicit or actual equation for y equals -1/4 f of x? And so we would have to recognize what equation did we start off with here actually. This was one of the ones from our colored paper. Do you recognize that this red graph was the absolute value of x? That would be an explicit equation. An explicit equation is its actual equation with x values. So then, what's the explicit equation for the blue graph? Well, changing to explicit equation wherever you had f of x, you would just change it to the actual equation of absolute value of x. So one of the things that we'll do, I'll scroll back down in a second. One of the things that we'll do when we're done a question is I'll get you to write which homework questions you can do. So you can write the number 3 above. I'll scroll back down. And then turn to the homework, which is right at the end of the section, and just circle number 3 to remind yourself you should do that one. When you look through your homework when you get home, that's a question you should do. All right. Everybody good?